From translation, NKJV New King James Version. This 56th day of the year. Today we are reading passages Numbers 33 to 34. Numbers chapter 33, verses 1 to 57. These are the journeys of the children of Israel, who went out of the land of Egypt by their armies under the hand of Moses and Aaron. Now Moses wrote down the starting points of their journeys at the command of the Lord, and these are their journeys according to their starting points. They departed from Ramesses in the first month, on the 15th day of the first month. On the day after the Passover, the children of Israel went out with boldness in the sight of all the Egyptians, and the Egyptians were burying all their firstborn, whom the Lord had killed among them. Also on their gods the Lord had executed judgments. Then the children of Israel journeyed from Ramesses and camped at Sukkot. They journeyed from Sukkot and camped at Etham, which is on the edge of the wilderness. They journeyed from Etham and turned back to Pi-hahiroth, which is before Baal-zephon, and they camped before Migdol. Then they journeyed from Pi-hahiroth and passed through the midst of the sea into the wilderness, and they went 3 days' journey in the wilderness of Etham and camped at Marah. They journeyed from Marah and came to Elim. At Elim were 12 springs of water and 70 palm trees, and they camped there. They journeyed from Elim and camped by the Red Sea. They journeyed from the Red Sea and camped in the wilderness of Sin. They journeyed from the wilderness of Sin and camped at Dophkah. They journeyed from Dophkah and camped at Alush. They journeyed from Alush and camped at Rephidim. Now it was no water for the people to drink. They journeyed from Rephidim and camped in the wilderness of Sinai. They journeyed from the wilderness of Sinai and camped at Kibroth-Hattaavah. They journeyed from Kibroth-Hattaavah and camped at Hazeroth. They journeyed from Hazeroth and camped at Rithmah. They journeyed from Rithmah and camped at Rimmon Perez. They journeyed from Rimmon Perez and camped at Libnah. They journeyed from Libnah and camped at Rissah. They journeyed from Rissah and camped at Kehilatha. They journeyed from Kehilatha and camped at Mount Shephar. They journeyed from Mount Shephar and camped at Haradah. They journeyed from Haradah and camped at Machiloth. They journeyed from Machiloth and camped at Tahas. They journeyed from Tahas and camped at Terah. They journeyed from Terah and camped at Mithkah. They journeyed from Mithkah and camped at Hashmonah. They journeyed from Hashmonah and camped at Mosroth. They journeyed from Mosroth and camped at Beni-Jarkan. They journeyed from Beni-Jarkan and camped at Hor-Haggidgad. They journeyed from Hor-Haggidgad and camped at Jotbatha. They journeyed from Jotbatha and camped at Abronah. They journeyed from Abronah and camped at Ezion-Geber. They journeyed from Ezion-Geber and camped at Kadesh. They journeyed from Kadesh and camped at Mount Hor, on the boundary of the land of Edom. Then Aaron the priest went up to Mount Hor at the command of the Lord, and died there in the 40th year after the children of Israel had come out of the land of Egypt, on the 1st day of the 5th month. Aaron was 123 years old when he died on Mount Hor. Now the king of Arad, the Canaanite, who dwelt in the south in the land of Canaan, heard that the children of Israel came. Then they journeyed from Mount Hor and camped at Zalmonah. They journeyed from Zalmonah and camped at Punon. They journeyed from Punon and camped at Oboth. They journeyed from Oboth and camped at Ijebarim, at the border of Moab. They journeyed from Ijebarim and camped at Dibon-Gad. They journeyed from Dibon-Gad and camped at Almon-Diblatim. They journeyed from Almon-Diblatim and camped at the mountains of Abarim, before Nebo. They journeyed from the mountains of Abarim and camped at the plains of Moab by the Jordan, across from Jericho. They camped by the Jordan, from Beit-Jesimoth as far as Abel-Shittim in the plains of Moab. Now on the plains of Moab by the Jordan, across from Jericho, the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel and say to them, when you have crossed the Jordan into the land of Canaan, then you shall drive out all the inhabitants of the land before you, destroy all their engraved stones, and destroy all their molded images. You shall dispossess the inhabitants of the land and dwell in it, for I have given you the land to possess. And you shall divide the land by lot as an inheritance among your families. To the larger you shall give a larger inheritance, and to the smaller you shall give a smaller inheritance. There everyone's inheritance shall be whatever falls to him by lot. You shall inherit according to the tribes of your fathers. But if you do not drive out the inhabitants of the land from before you, then it shall be that those whom you let remain shall be irritants in your eyes and thorns in your sides, and they shall harass you in the land where you dwell. Moreover it shall be that I will do to you as I thought to do to them." Then the Lord spoke to Moses in the plains of Moab by the Jordan, across from Jericho, saying, "Command the children of Israel, and say to them, when you have crossed the Jordan into the land of Canaan, then you shall drive out all the inhabitants of the land from before you, destroy all their engraved stones, destroy all their molded images, and demolish all their high places. You shall dispossess the inhabitants of the land and dwell in it, for I have given you the land to possess. And you shall divide the land by lot as an inheritance among your families. To the larger you shall give a larger inheritance, and to the smaller you shall give a smaller inheritance. There everyone's inheritance shall be whatever falls to him by lot. You shall inherit according to the tribes of your fathers. But if you do not drive out the inhabitants of the land from before you, then it shall be that those whom you let remain shall be irritants in your eyes and thorns in your sides, and they shall harass you in the land where you dwell. Moreover, it shall be that I will do to you as I thought to do to them. Numbers chapter 34, verses 1 to 28. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Command the children of Israel, and say to them, When you come into the land of Canaan, this is the land that shall fall to you as an inheritance, the land of Canaan to its boundaries. Your southern border shall be from the wilderness of Zin along the side of Edom. Your southern border shall begin at the eastern side of the Salt Sea. Your border shall turn from the south side of the ascent of Akrabim, continue to Zin, and be on the south of Kadesh Barnea. Then it shall go to Hazar Adar, and continue to Asman. The border shall turn from Asman to the brook of Egypt, and its limit shall be at the sea. As for the western border, you shall have the great sea for a border. This shall be your western border, and this shall be your northern border. From the great sea you shall mark out your line to Mount Hor. From Mount Hor you shall mark out your line to the entrance of Hamath. Then the direction of the border shall proceed to Zedad. The border shall proceed to Ziphron, and its end shall be at Hazar-Enan. This shall be your northern border. You shall mark out your eastern border from Hazar-Enan to Shechem. The border shall go down from Shechem to Riblah on the east side of Ain. The border shall go down and reach to the eastern side of the Sea of Chinnereth. The border shall go down along the Jordan, and its end shall be at the Salt Sea. This shall be your land with its surrounding boundaries. Then Moses commanded the children of Israel, saying, This is the land which you shall inherit by lot, which the Lord has commanded to give to the 9 tribes and the half-tribe. For the tribe of the children of Reuben according to their father's house, and the tribe of the children of Gad according to their father's house, have received their inheritance, and the half-tribe of Manasseh has received its inheritance. The 2 tribes and the half-tribe have received their inheritance on this side of the Jordan, across from Jericho eastward, toward the sunrise. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, These are the names of the men who shall divide the land among you as an inheritance. Eleazar the priest, and Joshua the son of Nun, and you shall take 1 leader of every tribe to divide the land for inheritance. And these are the names of the men: of the tribe of Judah, Caleb the son of Jephunneh; of the tribe of the children of Simeon, Shemuel the son of Ammihud; of the tribe of Benjamin, Elidad the son of Kislon; of the tribe of the children of Dan, Bucki the son of Jogli; of the sons of Joseph; of the tribe of the children of Manasseh, Haniel the son of Ephod; of the tribe of the children of Ephraim, Kemuel the son of Shifton; of the tribe of Zebulun, Eliaphan the son of Parnak; of the tribe of the children of Issachar, Paltiel the son of Azan; of the tribe of the children of Asher, Ahihud the son of Shelomi; of the tribe of Naphtali, Pedahel the son of Ammihud. And the Lord said to Moses, These are the names of the men who shall divide the land among you as an inheritance. But Joshua the son of Nun, who stands before you, he shall divide the land for inheritance. And to Eleazar the priest, and to all the congregation, according to the command of the Lord, he shall give the land.